Well, here we go, back again with another match preview. But there was something I was going to say. Oh yes, Sunderland are the best team outside of the Premier League. Believe it or not, Sunderland are the best team outside of the Premier League. How good does that sound? How good does that feel? Feel? Yes. But only in the Carabao Cup. Yes, in the Carabao Cup. There's 8 teams left. Sunderland and 7 Premier League teams. And the draw is made on Saturday morning at 10:30 to see who we play in the quarterfinals. Now, I bet there's 7 managers and 7 teams out there in the Premier League in the quarterfinal draw thinking, I want Sunderland. I bet every single one of those teams in the Premier League all want Sunderland in that draw on Saturday to be pulled out the hat against them, because it's going to be very difficult against the Premier League side. We all know it's going to be rock hard. Even against their B team, it's going to be very difficult. So most of the Premier League sides would want little lowly Sunderland in the draw on Saturday. Yes, so that's the draw. Saturday, it's live on some football programme on Sky Sports. We all know what it's called, but I forget the name of it. Soccer AM, that's it, Soccer AM. But yes, Sunderland have a little venture down to the Yorkshire side, Rotherham, on Saturday. But it's going to be one of the most difficult matches of the season so far, because Rotherham, based in Yorkshire, the New York Stadium, founded back in 1925, 96 years ago. 12,000 fans are allowed into the stadium, and Sunderland have sold out their allocation of Sunderland fans. Are absolutely amazing. They are much better fans than me. They travel all over England to every away match. Some fans, I know, I've got a good friend of mine who only goes to away games because he loves the away banter, love away games so much. So brilliant Sunderland fans. I hope Sunderland get a victory just for those amazing fans, like how they celebrated on Tuesday against... when we beat QPR, it was absolutely amazing. Paul Warne is the manager, or Paul Warne? Yeah, Paul Warne is the manager, and the Millers are in great form. Listen to this, in the last 7 games, they have got 17 points out of a possible 21. 17 out of a possible 21. They played MK Dons last time out, they won 3-0 away. And then before that, they played against Wickham, and they drew 0 apiece. They beat Portsmouth 4-1. They didn't just beat them, they smashed Portsmouth 4-1, and Portsmouth smashed us 4-0. How does that work out? They beat Cheltenham 2-0. They beat Wimbledon 3-0. They beat Bolton 2-0 away, and they drew in between that with Crewe, but they were down to 10 men. Now there's one thing out of all those games that's in common that won't happen on Saturday. Hopefully it won't happen on Saturday. Will Grigg was playing in all those games. So yes, Will Grigg's out on loan from Sunderland to Rotherham, and Rotherham are in the best form of the season so far. The form team out of 7 matches in this league, and something they have in common with all those games. Will Grigg played every single one of those games, scoring 2 goals. So he won't be playing. Now, I'm not 100% certain on this, but if I was the owner of Sunderland and the manager, I'd have a clause in saying he won't be playing against Sunderland. So I do think he won't be starting against Sunderland on Saturday. But a certain Freddie Ladapo will take his place. Now, he's no slouch. We know about Ladapo. So Ladapo, yes, will come in probably on Saturday. And he for me is the danger man on Saturday. The danger man on Saturday, yes. They do play the 3-1-4-2 system. I said Grigg scored 2 goals, one against Cheltenham and one against Wimbledon. And amongst those games as well, mind, they played 2 cup matches. They beat Scunthorpe 4-1 and the Manchester City under-21s 5-0. 5-0. But head-to-heads against Rotherham, Sunderland have a good record. But you know, your record's only as good as your last game. 14 games we played against Rotherham. We've drawn 8, we've lost only 3. And who remembers the best result back in 1987? Yes, that aptly named Sherpa Van Trophy. Sherpa Van Trophy in the northern section. We won 7-1. I don't think there'll be no 7-1s at the weekend. Touch wood, not against us anyway, but I don't think there'll be no 7-1s. But the table as it stands at this moment in time, Plymouth played 15 on 30. Wickham played 14 on 30. Wigan got beat the other night. Now I've played 14 games and they're on 28. Sunderland are the only team apart from Fleetwood have played 13 games. 1 game less, we're on 28. Rotherham, 1 place below us, played 14 games on 27. Now, Rotherham have won 8, drawn 3, lost 3, plus 13. Sunderland have won 9, drawn 1, lost 3, plus 11. Better goal difference, Rotherham. It is going to be absolutely difficult on Saturday. One of the hardest games we could possibly play. Rotherham itself got relegated, I think, from the Championship last season under Paul Warne. But, they got some good results last season. But they are starting to come through now from a dodgy start of the season to come up the table into 5th place. So like I said, it is going to be really difficult now. Who got the score prediction right? Against Charlton? I don't think anybody did. So if you out there and you got that score prediction right against Charlton, give me a knock and tell me, because I don't think nobody had the greatest sports nugget. Nobody thought we would lose against Charlton of all teams. But we did. And now we have to pick ourselves up. We have to start again this weekend on another run in the league. We need to start winning. Now, team news. This is the team I think will start on Saturday. After that brilliant performance by Burge, I think Hoffman will fit back into the team. Winchester will keep his players certain. Flanagan, Doyle, Evans, I think now. Evans or Luke going 9. Luke going 9's been getting knocked about, popping out his shoulder. He played a full game during the week. So for me, Evans could come back in now. He's fitter and he's raring and ready to go. Who do I want to start personally? Evans or Luke going 9? And I'm not bothered either way personally. I'm not bothered. They both do a decent job. I think Luke going 9 had a really good game on Tuesday night against QPR. Really good game. But for me, I just feel like you're going to bring Evans back in alongside Dan Neil. Now for Gooch, I think Gooch will start. If Gooch has come out of the match on Tuesday perfectly fine, ready to go again, I think he'll start. I think McGeady, again, the same. He come off the bench on Tuesday and he played really well. The best I've seen him play so far this season. So again, that little break, I know it was forced with a few injuries, but I think McGeady would start. Embleton, after his 3-game match ban, will probably take precedence over Pritchard, who has the neck problem still. So Pritchard and Diaku, who had played well. I thought Jago was fantastic at the first half on Tuesday. I thought his running was brilliant. He's learning. He's a young lad. He's going to learn from one or two little things he could have done differently. But we're not hold that against him. But he did come off with a bit of a niggle in his leg. So I don't think he'd be fit enough to start. But on the bench, possibly, I don't know. So the bench for me, we got obviously Stewart's going to be there. Like I said, Embleton comes in after his 3-match ban. And for me, it's a decent side. Is it good enough to beat Rotherham? We'll soon find out. But on the substitutes bench, you got Wright, Alves, Younger, Burge, Wayne, O'Brien, Pritchard, 09 and Giacu. You won't have all those full-backs there, but I thought Bailey Wright, again, on Tuesday, did really well alongside Alves. So we do have strength and depth. They are coming back from injury, so hopefully on Saturday. Now, we've got I said we had one of the hardest weeks coming up this week. We did the business against QPR. We're moving to leg 2. The league is more important. Clearly, it is more important. The league takes, all the attention. We've got 2 hard games. We've got away to Sheffield Wednesday on Tuesday. Some fans are coming on saying we're going to smash them, but I don't think we will. But Rotherham first. Rotherham will be the hardest game, outside losing games like against Portsmouth. The hardest game at the start. When you look at a team and you see 2 teams playing, for me, this is the hardest game so far this season. Away from home, down the New York Stadium, very, very difficult. Are we going to win? I don't like to predict we're going to get beat. I don't really like to predict we're going to draw. So I'm going to go for a sneaky 1-0 win, clean sheet, tight game. But I'm going to go for a 1-0 away victory, and I would settle for the 1-0 away victory all day long. I forgot to turn my light on. What a divvy. But never mind. There we go. Anyway, score predictions. Yes, score predictions. I'm going to go for 2-1. I just said it. How did I not know? I just said 2-1 win. I've just literally said it 2 minutes ago, 30 seconds ago, and then Right, so what's your score prediction? Have you got the greatest sports nugget? Can you predict the score? Because nobody could last time. Nobody can predict the Sunderland defeat because nobody wants to predict the Sunderland defeat. I'm going to go for 1-0 away victory. That's my score prediction for 10 points. Leaderboard at this moment in time, top of the leaderboard on 30 points is Angelic Skin, 77, and Philip Emerson. So well done to those 2, top of the leaderboard. And I will be doing the Halloween special live stream on Saturday. live stream on Saturday, the Halloween special, getting dressed up, ready for Wincy's party. I'll get dressed up a lot earlier and do it just for you. So there, cheers everybody, we'll see you later on in Sunday Bunch at 7 o'clock. Take care, God bless me, God go with you. Halloween special, hopefully it's not a horror show. Hopefully, we'll give Rotherham a fright. Take care.